Where do we start?
If there is one word that I would use to describe Gail Ganser, it would be sweet.
Oh, one word to describe Gail.
A word I would use to describe Gail Ganser is gentle, very compassionate.
Probably the word I'd have to give would be caring.
It's compassionate.
Gail is energetic and wonderful, and the kids love her.
It's amazing.
Fun.
Energetic.
The one word I would use to describe Gail Ganser is beautiful.
I'm going to say fashionable,
Genuine,
animated, and expressive.
Exceptional.
Timeless.
Ageless.
Loving.
Be warm-hearted.
Sparkly.
is joyous,
encouraging.
That she's sensitive, not only to people and their needs, but also she has a very sensitive sense of smell.
optimistic,
Kind and bubbly.
One of the nicest and sweetest people I've known since I've worked here.
She's one of the sweetest people that I've ever known or had the pleasure to work with.
She definitely is able to get her kids to respect her, and she gives her whole heart and soul to them.
Her professionalism, her ability to engage and to encourage and to stimulate learning.
You are an amazing lady.
A very caring teacher indeed.
And all she needs to do is give them that eye, and they know what to do.
Always have a kind word to say to your kids and to our staff.
Gail is always dressed so cute. I don't know if she has a personal shopper or what's going on, but like her outfits always match. Sometimes her nail polish matches, her shoes. It's just so cute. It's so fun to see what she's going to wear every day.
She has not aged a single day in the many years she's taught here. All of her pictures look the same.
She looks too young to retire. She doesn't look a whole lot different than she did 20 or 30 years ago.
She looks the same today as she did when I started.
You care so much about your kids, always have.
I don't know of anybody that's more genuine than Gail.
An amazing teacher, an amazing guidance for all sorts of kids. They truly have loved you, and we love working with you.
Gail, you've been a super neighbor, and I enjoyed working with you so much last year. You are so compassionate and caring with those kids, and you have been a great mentor for me.
You have always been a very empathetic teacher and incredibly caring, and I remember and I know that your students still feel like they belong in your classroom.
The mentoring that you did for me, I so appreciate that. You were so kind, and you not only cared about how I was teaching, but you really wanted to know my family, you wanted to know about me, and whenever you get a chance, you come and talk to me.
If anyone was to ever question the significance of teachers, all they would have to do is look at you and realize that the gifts that you've given are more than anyone can imagine. The gifts of laughter and music, the gifts of compassion, the commitment that you've shown to the children and to the school and to the district in general. She always has this calm, gentle way about her. I think in all the years I've known her, I've only seen her aggravated once.
Think about Grandma Dorothy. You were such a joy for her being able to come into your room every day. And she did come every day. And you let her do the things that she loved to do, being with those kids. Loved being called Grandma Dorothy. Loved all of the things that you allowed her to do. And that way you are very compassionate.
Grandma Dorothy was one of my very first volunteers, and she was also spending the last of her time in Gail's room, and Gail was so fantastic. You were just compassionate and loving and wonderful and patient.
and you welcomed Dorothy, and you really showed everyone what it means to actually have a volunteer in your classroom and enjoy all the time that you can with them.
I recall hiring Gail back in 1977 and had recently shared with her she had to move her wedding date up because she was going to get married in September, and I said, no, goodness, we need to have you be teaching in September, so she moved it up to August 6th, so she will be married 40 years come this August.
I was a brand new social worker out of college, and I had my office up in the tower at Cokato Elementary. Gail was always there with a big smile and a greeting to say, how you doing? And she also always follows up about how family's doing and everything. She just gives it her all.
One of the highlights of my career was getting to teach second grade together with you out in the big room. I remember back, I think it was the 92-93 school year, Craig asked, well, the tornado had chased you all over here to Dassel, and Craig had said, we need 2 people to step up and be together in the big room. And you and I both together, as I recall, without even looking at each other, both said, I'll do it. And it just ended up being one of the best times of my entire career.
Gail, last year I spent the year in your classroom, and we had so much fun working with the kids and finding some time to laugh and enjoy each other's company. Memories I'll treasure forever.
Fond memory that I have with you would be taking fencing classes. I had no idea that you were as aggressive as you turned out to be in a fencing uniform or outfit or whatever you call it with a sword. Holy cow!
Gail always was really sensitive if kids had little accidents, shall we say. And one day I accidentally sent a child to her when we were doing switch time. And this child had a little accident. And we went to Viator Music or whatever after, and I was taking, my break, and I happened to be in the bathroom. And I'm in the bathroom, and all of a sudden, here's Gail, pounding on the door. Grocko! Grocko, what were you thinking? What were you thinking sending that student to me? I'm like, hello? Can I get out of the bathroom first, and then can we talk about it, please?
One thing I love about Gail is how she walks. You can tell she is purposeful when she's walking. She gets her head down a little bit. She gets that walk in.
Lord knows you can outwalk me anywhere with speed and grace.
But we're in the office, and Gail came in, and she had one eye shut. We're like, Gail, what happened? She goes, I think I glued my eye shut. Rubber cement does not work. So it took quite a while, but we got her eye undone so she could see again to help all of her kiddos with all the things they needed help with.
When you were absent one day, Gail, we had a substitute teacher, and you might remember that particular year you had a little boy who, he was there every day in body, mind, and spirit, and he was a happy-go-lucky little boy, but I'll just put it this way, he had a few learning challenges, and you worked very hard with him. But on that particular day that you had a sub, he was there early every morning. His dad dropped him off on the way to work, so he was there about 7 o'clock to help you with things, getting ready for the day. So he was helping the sub get ready. The sub said, well, where is a book that you'd use for math? And he said, oh, it's right here. And he jumps right up, and he goes and gets the book off the shelf, gives it to her, and she said, well, is there a reading book? Oh, yes, it's right over here. And finally the sub says, and is there a book that the teacher reads to you, like after lunch? Yes. Here it is, right here on the table, and he got it. There was a bookmarker in the book, and he went to that page, opened it up, and he got kind of a puzzled look on his face, and he says, and we're right here on this page. Now, I don't know if we're going this way, if we're going this way, but we're right here. Actually, then it caused me to think maybe I better get in your room a little more often and wonder what it is you're teaching these kids.
I first got to know Gail when I was a high school senior, and I was one of the first group of kids that got to go to the elementary schools and help teachers. And I went to Gail's room and helped during handwriting time and math or something like that. And just the warm atmosphere that she had with her kids way back then inspired me to be a teacher, honestly did.
One thing I noticed about Gail is sometimes she would run a little late in the morning. Well, one morning she snuck in the back door and she was walking to her classroom. At just a few minutes before 8, she looked a little disheveled, and I happened to notice as she was walking by that she had on one brown shoe and one black shoe. I was happy to point it out to her, and once I did, she was in disbelief and just filled me in that it was a rough morning.
When the high school called and you needed to put lunch money into your kid's account, or they couldn't have lunch that day, and you came to the office running with your check and said, Marlis, can you fax this over to the district office real quick for me?
When I think of Gail, I think of how animated she is.
This, and oh, what are we gonna do about that?
For all these years that I've been here on school patrol over on the west side, there has never been a moment that you haven't crossed and said, Mrs. Morris, you need to be doing something else. Mrs. Morris, can I help out with the school patrol today? And you know what? I think maybe on 2 occasions, I've actually taken you up on the offer. So Gail, I want to thank you for every single time you offered that to me. I couldn't have appreciated it more. And just for that, Gail, we are going to make you an honorary school patrol member for life. Thank you.
And we shared a mutual student, and he was kind of a comical little guy, and he was working with a speech pathologist quite often, and what he would say is, Mrs. Ganzo.
Well, I could use the word Ganzo.
Hey, Mrs. Ganzo. I have a lot of special memories of how you welcomed me into 2nd grade when I long-term subbed for Shelley so many years ago. It seems like just yesterday.
I did stop in her classroom one day, and I asked her students who they thought was the best teacher in the entire D.C. school district, and they all said Mrs. Ganser, and I agree.
Gail, I remember having you in 2nd grade as a teacher.
When we were sitting in a circle for sharing once, one of the boys in our class had something there caught in his throat, and he was clearing his throat about 50 times. And I think I made reference to him, not to his face, just to you, as the king of phlegm. And that kind of lived on with us then the rest of the year, not to his face, of course. And still, through the years, we can still joke about that.
My daughter Katie had you, Gail, a couple years ago, and she said once, you know what I love about Mrs. Ganser? And I said, what? And she said, she really understands kids.
I just have to say what a joy it was to work with you over the years.
I want to wish her well. I just love her, and I've enjoyed working with her over the last 3 years. She's just truly a gem and just a great person at heart.
Gail, you are a delight. You're funny and talented and passionate about kids, and you've made me be a better teacher. And I want to thank you for all the years and dedication you've given to our kids and the friendship you've given me. I'm going to miss you.
I just want you to know, Gail, that we love you and we are really going to miss you.
It has been many, many lives you have touched. I want to thank you, Gail, for being a beautiful person inside and out. I always enjoyed seeing your smile in the hallway, your positive attitude, that sparkle in your eye.
I always remember going into your room that it was such a caring and warm learning environment, that the academics were stressed, but it was fun learning, and you were definitely a teacher interested in the whole child. You were concerned about social, emotional growth. You were concerned about values and teaching right from wrong. So it was the kind of teacher that is just an excellent role model for younger teachers coming up.
So thanks for all you've done, Gail.
I'm going to miss you very much.
I wish you all the best in your retirement.
We love you so much, and we'll miss you.
We will miss you. We will miss your many gifts. We will miss your genuine care. We'll miss your dedication to students. We'll miss your selflessness.
Lorraine and I would like to offer up our heartiest congratulations on your retirement.
Well, congratulations, Gail, on your retirement.
And wish you the absolute best.
Congratulations on your retirement, Gail. Congratulations on your retirement.
And I want to wish her the best.
Congratulations on your retirement.
I wish you the best. We love you. We'll miss you.
don't stay away. You have to come back and visit.
Congratulations, Gail.
I wish you the happiest and best retirement.
Congratulations, Gail.
Congratulations, Gail.
Congratulations, Gail.
Congratulations, Gail.
Congratulations.
I want to wish you the best in your retirement.
Congratulations, Gail, on your retirement.
Congratulations on this retirement.
And wishing you the best time on your retirement.
And I wish you the very best in retirement. Congratulations, Gail.